Bienvenidos y bienvenidas a este su canal, yo soy JD y este es otro emocionante capítulo de Draugen. ¿Por qué debe estar? Bueno, estamos aquí viendo partes del vestuario de mi hermana. Encontramos aquí en la tienda el sombrero, o sea, sí estuvo aquí mi hermana. O sea, puede ser, a ver.
What's that?
A handwritten note.
I'm not blind. What does it say, you silly goose?
It's hard to read. I'm not sure my translation
Es
will
difícil
be.
decir, en mi traducción será Johan, ¿cómo te negarse?
Refuse. You
Como te
refuse
niegas
to
a
speak
hablar
to
conmigo,
me.
decidí
So I
escribirte
write
esta
this
carta.
letter instead. It's from
Es
Frederick
una carta de
Fredland,
Frederick Fredland a su hermano.
Simon
Simon no.
did not. Bloody hell. Simon did
Simon no
not
asesinó a
murder
Ruth.
your Ruth.
Le tenía cariño a su prima.
Ruth is the daughter of Anna and Johan, which
Uh-huh.
means the little girl in the photograph at the farmhouse. Oh, Edward, the Fretland girl was murdered. This is simply
¿Quiero que
awful.
les deje?
Simon was working at the farm while I tended to the store. I would have seen him.
Simon trabajaba en la granja mientras yo atendía la tienda. Lo hubiese visto pasar de camino al risco. Creían que Simon había matado a Ruth, a su propia prima. Ruth solía jugar
Ruth was always playing
en las rocas bajo la iglesia.
She must
Se
have
habrá
fallen by
caído
accident.
por accidente.
The note ends there.
La nota se acaba ahí. Freddy nunca la terminó y Johan nunca la leyó.
Never read it. Not that it would have made a difference. If Johan
The
thought.
mob showed up for Simon. His father would have tried to protect him.
September 17th. You would have been here, Betty.
Rocks below the church.
Tenemos-
Isn't the church right above us? Edward, come look at this. That's the cliff. Right there.
¿Dónde?
The one in the
Allá.
note? I bet you a million clams.
Where?
See for yourself.
Quítate ahí.
I guess that could be where.
Let's check it out.
No, Lissie, wait.
Ya salió esta loca. Bueno, no hay nada más aquí. No va. Lissie. Abre ahí. Abre la puerta. Allá. Encontré el disco debajo,
What
¿ah?
are you doing? This doesn't concern us.
sea.
Girl died. We're staying in her home for God's sake. Are you
¿Cómo
completely
subiste ahí?
without heart? Get yourself up here, Edward Harden, right this minute. Come on, it's an easy climb.
Es por
This
aquí.
looks very dangerous.
Oh, you're a big boy.
Escalar.
Start acting like
A
it.
ver.
It's not Mount Everest.
Ya voy.
I don't know about this. Whoopsie daisy.
Upsi daisy. A ver, aquí.
What is this?
Where little Ruth died.
You're being morbid. And this is a
Hay
distraction.
algo ahí, ¿eh?
I'm here for Betty, not because some girl
Edward.
got herself.
You insensitive brute. You're like the Tin Woodman, no heart.
Ah, joder.
Please look at me when I'm talking to you.
¿Qué?
You know, you've grown cold and mean in that horrid study of yours. With only books and bugs to keep you company for years and years and years. There are other people in this world, you know. It's not all about you. You're going to do this. If not for Ruth, then for us. We're going to figure out what happened to the poor girl.
Vamos a descubrir qué es lo que le pasó juntos.
I've seen all there is to see. I'm going back.
You can't leave. We might have missed something important. Is that blood?
The girl could have hit her head on that rock. There would have been plenty of blood.
That's awful.
La caída. Calcula que la caída de unos 10 metros como mínimo.
Can you move the rock aside?
It's a long fall. Far enough to crush the girl's skull.
Edward Charles Harden.
What?
Oh, you're hopeless.
A ver, daños.
Something struck this bush. She must have landed on it when on her
A
way
ver.
down.
That's ghastly, Edward.
¿Qué hay ahí? Hay una muñeca. Cuidado ahí.
It must be Ruth's.
Where's the head?
Maybe the killer also decapitates dolls.
Hold on. This pin. This is old. Very old. Looks like something from the Viking era.
De los
We are in the
vikingos.
land of Vikings.
This could
Sí.
be 1,000 years old. It does not belong in a child's doll.
Who cares? Ruth is dead and you're obsessing about a rusty old pin? Let's go further up. Maybe we'll find more clues.
Sigamos subiendo, puede que
Come on,
encontremos
old
más
sport.
pistas.
It's not far.
Can you wait just 1 minute so that I can catch my breath?
Ya está arriba.
Did you follow the same path, Betty? Or am I just stumbling through darkness?
Bueno, aquí estas flores no me van a decir nada. A ver, sigamos por aquí. No te vas a caer, Edward. No te me vayas a caer. Ya estás jadeando aquí.
You can see clear beyond the edge of the world.
One
Oh,
second.
teddy bear. We need to take you out walking more often.
So, the girl fell from up here.
Was pushed, you mean? Can you see where she fell? Seeing as you're so concerned about
Cuidado,
me falling
cuidado,
out of
cuidado.
trees, I wouldn't want to risk falling off a cliff.
Inclinarse, un poquito, poquito. Joder. Distancia, saliente. Se percata de que esta piedra sería la que tendría que... la caída. La marea. La marea de... Su corazón no lleva bien las alturas. A ver.
If she fell head first on that rock, she'd have died instantly.
Edward, honestly.
You wanted to learn more. This is you learning more. She hit her head and fell into the bush where I found her doll. Happy now, Alice?
I'm not. What was she doing up here in the first place?
Playing? She was a child. Children play in dangerous places.
There must be more to it. Let's find out where this path leads.
No, absolutely not. I don't
Yes,
have
yeah.
time for this nonsense. We're running out of daylight, and Betty's still... You're still out there.
Joder, ya se está poniendo de noche. ¿Eh? Bueno, vamos para allá. Tenemos que seguir a Alice. A Lissie. Por este punto, ¿ah? Bueno,
Lissie, slow down. I can't keep up with you. Who knows what's up there? It's not worth the risk of falling and breaking something. Lissie? Are you there?
allá.
Teddy,
¿Qué?
Look away, Lissie.
Ay, no, no,
Is this
no,
what
no, no,
happened
no,
to
no,
the
no, 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 no.
they killed themselves?
It's one body. Let's not jump to conclusions.
What about those fresh graves at the church? There were at least half a dozen of them. Did everyone just
Joder.
die?
They're not necessarily
Ay,
connected.
me.
Come on. Ugh, this is just ghastly. What does that say?
God forgive me.
Don't suicides go to hell? Isn't that what your father said when
Stop.
your mother drowned
Don't.
herself? Sorry. Do you think this has something to do with Ruth? Maybe she came across the hanged man before she died, and it scared her. So she ran, and
This happened later.
there's some consolation in that, I guess. Maybe it's the killer. The guilt ate him up, and he offed himself.
That's just speculation with no basis in fact.
Who was he? One of the Fretlanders?
It's not Johann or Frederick, and he's too old to be Simon. There's nothing more to do here. I'm going back. Let the poor soul rest in peace.
Does it look like he's resting in peace?
No sé, ¿ah? No sé si...
You're just going to leave him hanging? You're an insensitive brute.
I'm here for Betty. This is It's tragic, but really none of my
Oh,
concern.
Betty, Betty, Betty. Always just Betty. You don't care about anyone else. What if that was me up there? Would you care then? All you do is obsess over a scarf and a hat and ugh.
It's all I have of Betty.
Betty, there she is again. Edward, the hanged man, he's someone. No matter what he did or didn't do, he deserves respect.
¿Y qué quieres que haga?
Please just do this one decent deed. If not for me, then for yourself. Or for your Betty. What are you doing? You can't just pull him down by his legs. Try loosening the noose.
I can't reach that far.
No, utilizo la silla. Escalar. Cuidado, desatar. Oh, se va a mover este cuate.
I'm going to be sick. I can't do this.
Yes, you can. Teddy. Edward. I know you can. You've been through much worse.
Mucho peores. Dale, A ver.
Where are the Fretlands, Edward?
It's been 2 days. If they're not back tonight,
They're not coming back.
perhaps they left after their daughter died.
Was murdered, you mean? Isn't that what we think happened?
Yo creo que fue un accidente, ¿ah? Suele buscar a un chivo expiatorio.
Perhaps she fell by accident.
So you don't think it was murder?
It's difficult to say with any certainty. The boy could have pushed her.
You're really not helping.
Can we talk about this tomorrow? I'm sorry.
You're exhausted.
I buried a corpse today, Alice.
I know. I'm sorry. Why don't you sleep in the guest bedroom?
The couch is fine. The Fretlands could still come home.
All right. Just don't come crying to me if you wake up with a crick in your neck. I'll be up for a while, if you feel like talking.
A ver, levántate de ahí, Edward.
I really thought I'd find Betty today.
Well, I told you not to get your hopes up, Edward. I mean, we just got here. It's a big place. She could be anywhere.
It's just the thought of her alone out there. In the dark.
She's a tough cookie. Your Betty. Tougher than you, teddy bear.
That she is.
Bueno, estamos aquí en la cocina, ¿ah? A ver.
What did you find?
Someone tried to burn this.
Just like the book. Isn't that odd?
It's addressed to Mrs. Fretland. My dearest Anna. It's from her sister, Margaret. Frederick's wife. The two brothers married sisters, remember?
Yes. And it's adorable. Keep reading.
I really shouldn't.
Really? How else are we going to figure out what happened?
Vamos, léalo, Edward.
My dearest Anna, I miss you so very, very much. The baby is due soon, and I wish for our family to reunite before... It's been 7 years since the dreadful incident at the mine. Can we not convince Frederick and Johann to forgive and forget?
No sé, ¿ah?
I know there are things Frederick has not told me about what they found and why they parted ways. Their grudge is tearing us all apart. Frederick won't even let me speak to half of our neighbors, accusing them of treason. He's so very angry and full of regrets. It's eating him up. And we...
And we what?
The rest is unreadable.
Margaret reached out to her sister. But I guess it didn't work.
Intentó acudir a su hermana, pero parece que no sirvió de nada. La escribió antes de nacer Simon, pero aún la quemaron hace poco. Ah, sí, 1909, ¿ah? Aquí ya no me marca nada más, ¿ah?
I feel restless.
You should sleep.
Me duele el cansancio.
But yes, I'll try.
Vamos a tratar de dormir un poco, ¿ah? No hay nada. Aquí lo habíamos visto. ¿What? ¿Y quién prende la chimenea?
I almost forgot putting this aside when I lit the fire.
Ah,
Wasn't there an inscription inside?
Simon. Simon gave that book to Ruth. But who burned it?
Johan or Anna.
puede ser, ¿eh?
They believed Simon killed her.
But they were friendly, right? Simon and Ruth. Before...
I imagine so. And we know the sisters were close.
I still don't understand why the brothers had a falling out.
Whatever drove a wedge between them, it was big.
Sí. Esto ya lo habíamos visto. Esto también. Ahora el gorro, ¿ah? Colocar el sombrero, ¿ah? Colócaselo ahí.
What are you doing?
Betty will want these back.
I don't think it's
Not
healthy
now,
to...
please. I'm exhausted.
Tengo que dormir entonces, ¿ah? A ver cómo estás.
You do look exhausted. Go to bed, Edward. I'll tuck you in.
Bueno, voy a dormir aquí, ¿ah?
Quite the day, huh?
I'm ready to pass out. Where will you sleep?
I'll be up for a while. My mind's simply racing.
Don't stay up late. Wake me if you hear the Fretlands arriving.
Of course. And I'll keep my eyes open for any ghosts that might want to haunt you in your sleep.
There are no...
Hush now. Sleep.
Creo que se va a levantar otra vez, ¿ah? De noche. Tercer día. Bueno, estamos en el tercer día. Ay, no. A ver qué se viene, ¿ah? What? Levántate. ¿Es de día o de noche? Es de día.
Alice!
I'm upstairs.
Está arriba. A ver, abre.
Betty? Is that you?
Sí.
Lissie!
I'm in here.
¿Dónde aquí? ¿Qué estás haciendo aquí, loca?
This is her room.
Hmm?
Are you paying attention? Ruth,
Sí, sí,
can you
sí.
imagine? One moment you're living a perfectly happy life, and then... nothing. Darkness. Forever and ever. Maybe there's something here that can tell us what happened to her.
This is a waste of my time.
We might be the only ones left to tell her story, Edward.
You're just being melodramatic. I'll help you look.
F.
There's still no sign of the Fretlands.
Maybe
No
they
hay,
left town after Ruth died.
Pero entonces, ¿por qué me escribieron
I should be
Ah,
looking
bueno.
for Betty.
I hate you sometimes.
A veces te odio. Ay, 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 ¿se prendió algo? En la cama, ¿eh?
She made her bed that morning. Before she...
Or her parents did. It doesn't matter. It tells us nothing.
Why are you like this today? Betty's not the only person in the world that matters.
She matters the most to me.
Ain't that the truth?
A ver aquí. Mirad.
Ruth was an artist.
This is very primitive.
Have you ever met a child, Edward? She wasn't Monet, she was 8. This must be the village church.
Yo creo que esta es la iglesia de la aldea. Esa es Ruth por su familia a un lateral del espacio. Simon y su padre está al otro lado. Edward, una comunidad dividida. A ver.
Draugen.
Hey,
Draugen.
the undead monster from those folk tales you read.
What an odd book for a child to have.
I don't know. Children love scary stories. This looks interesting. Read some of it to me, please.
Leer, a ver.
In Norwegian folklore, the appearance of Draugen, the reanimated corpse of a drowned mariner, heralds death. Draugen haunts the Black Seas in a shattered boat. The beast has a man's body and wears a sou'wester. But instead of a head, there is tangled seaweed, and the revenant's chilling cry freezes mortal blood to ice. Draugen has the power to enter the dreams of
Tiene
the
el poder
living.
de adelantarse en los sueños de los vivos. Si te despiertan de dicho sueño es porque te han perdonado la vida.
Someone
Sin embargo,
close to
alguien cercano a ti,
you. That's enough of that.
ya basta.
It's nonsense,
Todo es
of
unas
course.
tonterías. Obviamente, una
something a
niña no
child
debería leer estas cosas.
Do you think Draugen took our boat? Maybe he's out there, on the fjord, waiting for nightfall so he can return to shore.
No.
And... Your soul lacks poetry, Edward Charles Harden. I pity you.
A ver.
She
What?
found something.
Where's that supposed to be?
A cave. Or the...
Mine. It could be. What did she find?
something important enough to draw.
Eso no lo había visto, ¿ah? Esa estaba ahí. Esa no la había visto, ¿ah?
That must be Ruth and Simon's fathers.
Perhaps. They weren't on the best of terms.
They look like they want to kill each other.
To a child, maybe it looked worse than it was.
Children are more insightful than you give them credit for, Teddy Bear.
Aquí. Ajá, este lo habíamos visto, ¿ah?
Ruth never finished this. What does that spell? F-O-R-B.
For Banelson,
Por Banelson.
curse.
La
What is that
maldición.
figure supposed to be? It's creepy. It looks a bit like
Se
the
parece al,
dragon.
ajá, al Draugen del libro, ¿ah?
But the box she drew. It looks like this box under her
Sí.
desk.
Really? Let me see. Pull it out.
Let me see, pull it out. O sea, ella no agarra nada. A ver, abrámosla.
What is this?
I believe this might qualify as actual treasure.
Is that Norwegian money?
Sort of, but ancient. Viking coins.
Are they valuable?
Not in terms of monetary value, but historically. Well, they belong in a museum.
Yo creería que
Looks like
sí, ¿eh?
Ruth had her own private museum.
Why would a child have these artifacts?
She must have enjoyed collecting and playing with them.
These are much too precious to play with. She should have given these to an adult.
She was a
Era una niña,
child, Edward.
Para
To
ella
her, they
no
were
era
just
más que juguetes
Shiny toys.
brillantes.
Wait! The pin. On the doll.
This
sí?
is where it came from, her collection.
But where did she find these treasures?
If we're to believe her drawing, perhaps the mine. She may have found a gravesite. Wherever she found them, she wanted to keep them hidden.
You think someone found out?
These items wouldn't necessarily be worth much, except to a historian or archaeologist.
What if this is how... I mean, if someone learned she'd been collecting treasures, they might be willing to do terrible things.
Muy probablemente, ¿eh?
There's a story here. The treasure box, the drawings.
The overactive mind of an imaginative child.
Well, she didn't imagine the Viking artifacts. You shouldn't be so dismissive. The drawings could be her way of dealing with traumatic events.
This is what happens when I read you the principles of psychology. You get notions.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Ruth was troubled. The village was troubled, and... Is that a bell?
The campana.
Church bell. Someone's here. Maybe... Betty.
Why would Betty ring the church bell?
Perhaps she's in trouble. I need to get to the church right now.
Wait, isn't it more likely to be the person you saw the other night? We should be careful.
I told you, I'm not sure that was anything. Come on.
Go ahead. I'll catch up with you before you get there. I need a minute to think about all of this.
Sí, creo que voy a ir yo, ¿ah? Vamos, vamos. Vamos a la iglesia. Vamos a... What? ¿Y ya?
Where are you, Lissie?
I'm up at the farm.
Where are you, Lissie?
I'm up at the farm.
Está en la granja. What? Sentarse. No, no me voy a sentar yo ahí. Vamos a la iglesia, pero ¿por qué se escucha tan así, tan feo, ah?
All these fresh graves.
Esta cabrona.
Do you think that maybe
No.
Betty...
No.
No.
But
You wouldn't understand. Elizabeth and I would... No one's touched these since yesterday.
Tablones.
who did this?
Someone who'd lost their faith.
Gone fishing?
God is not here.
Well, of course he isn't. You won't find God in a church. God is the wind in the trees, the grass between your toes, the brook that runs
That's
through...
nature, not God.
Can you peek through the boards?
No, aquí no hay nada. Ay, no. No, no puedo entrar por ningún lado, ¿ah? ¿Es para afuera?
It
Lissie.
must be her ringing the bell. It must be Betty.
We'll soon find out.
¿Dónde estás, ah?
It must be her ringing the bell. It must be Betty.
We'll soon find out.
Lissie.
What is it?
Aquí estás, ah. ¿Y cómo jocotes? ¿A dónde me tengo que subir aquí, ah? Quitar esto, ah. Mirad.
See anyone?
No,
Listen! The bell! They're still in there!
¿Y? No la miro, ah.
Hello? I heard the bell.
This is giving me
I'm
the
here to help.
heebie-jeebies.
These boards look flimsy enough to break.
Vamos a quitarlos, ah. What?
Look at that. The Ethel becomes an Edward. Didn't think you had it in you, old fruit.
Be quiet. Betty? Are you here? Hello? This is Edward Harden. I'm looking for my sister,
Stop
Elizabeth.
shouting, Edward. We're alone. There are only ghosts here.
¿Seguro?
There are no ghosts.
I don't know about that.
¿Cuerda?
What's this rope for?
The bell.
This is the bell we heard ringing?
I don't see any other bells.
So you have to stand here and pull this rope to ring it.
Yes.
But there was no one here. You didn't see anyone, right?
No. No one.
Ghosts. I'm telling you, it's ghosts. So what
Tranquila.
happened to the hunchback of
¿Qué le
Graavik?
pasó al jorobado de Graavik?
There's only the one exit.
Maybe it was the wind.
A church. Lissie. Look.
Los guantes.
Betty's gloves. They are definitely Betty's.
Oh, for
She got
Pete's
these
sake.
in Boston before she left for New York. She bought them at Woolworth. I remember the day She's here.
Where? And why would she leave her clothes lying around? It doesn't make
Breadcrumbs.
sense.
She's sending me a message. She knew I'd recognize her gloves, her hat. She's left a trail for me to follow, like Ariadne's red thread.
We're not in a
Betty will
labyrinth.
have left more crumbs.
Betty, you're turning into such a pill.
¿Y esta? ¿Qué me está hablando así, mera gritoncita me saliste
What
esa?
happened here?
The sign on the door. God is not here. The church book. A record of births
Nacimientos y fallecimientos.
So we can find out what happened to the people in the village?
and
Si alguien...
Elizabeth. I mean, if she was dead,
Her name would be in the book.
Mhm.
vandals. They tore it to pieces.
I don't think the missing pages left the church. Look,
Ay, no.
how many pages are missing?
I counted 4.
They're probably all still here. I know. Let's make it a competition. 1-0 to Team Me. I wanted you to find that one. I
Sí,
know what
pues.
a rotten loser you are.
Paisaje.
Final dinner.
The Last Supper. Who taught you about the New Testament?
I pick up on things. Jesus looks sad.
What reason would Jesus have to be happy?
Don't be blasphemous.
Given,
I've never seen you read.
for he is our peace, who hath made
Que Él es nuestra paz, que de ambos pueblos hizo uno, derribando la pared
Did you just
intermedia de
translate that
separación.
into Old English?
I happen to know the verse by heart.
You still manage to surprise me sometimes.
I
Caos.
considered this a sacred place. For them to destroy it,
Sí.
this was an act of desperation and anger.
Hay otra.
What are you doing? We're in a church.
What's that?
The last sermon that was held here.
What does it say?
The vicar's handwriting is hard to decipher, and the language. He talks about the village being divided for 20 years. This sermon was held on the anniversary of the accident this past summer. He's
Para
asking the
la
congregation
conmemorativa,
to help heal old wounds, to forgive,
le
move
pide a la
on.
congregación que ayude a curar las viejas heridas, que olvide y pase de página.
In
Algo así
separate
como que
aisles in
estáis
God's
en
house.
distintos
Like Ruth's
pasillos de la
drawing.
casa de Dios.
I told you she was
Igual que el
possessed.
dibujo de Ruth. Te dije que era... División, maldición, división.
Sounds like Graavik was split in two, between those who stood by Johann and those who supported Frederick.
Because of Ruth?
The sermon is from before that. No, this is all about the preceding 20 years of division and disagreements. Here's something else. Many of you believe Graavik was cursed 20 years ago. God has not cursed you. This curse is of your own making.
Ruth's drawing mentioned a curse. What do you think that means?
It means they believed they were cursed, and that they needed
Porque
something
alguien-
or someone to blame
O
for
alguien
their
a quien
misfortune.
culpar de su desgracia.
Tilly Verandra.
Edward?
Liberando.
Forgive each other.
Perdonados los
It
unos a
addresses
otros.
Johann and Frederick
Habla de
directly.
Frederick y Johann directamente, pero a saber si estarían aquí
Remember the wedding
siquiera.
picture? They were close friends once. How could they allow their
Eran
grudge
hermanos,
to escalate until...
You call each other traitors, but the only thing you've betrayed are the bonds that unite us.
Únicamente los... Uy, ¿qué está haciendo esta loca ahí? Bájate de ahí.
Found another one. You get it. It's right here.
Aquí están los
Just
nombres.
one more page missing.
¿Dónde? Jocotes debe estar la... Ah, aquí está. ¿Velas?
Isn't this a
¿O no?
fire hazard?
They're not always lit. Each candle represents a single prayer.
That's a lot of prayers.
There were a lot of deaths.
Bastantes, ¿eh? Aquí.
2 for 2. A tie. Good job, Teddy, old
Stop,
bean.
Lissie. This is not a game. Betty's out there.
Of horse feathers. Stop being so gosh darn tedious.
Tranquila, tranquila.
Bitty. Will you ever shut up about your precious Betty?
A ver.
This book goes back years. It lists births and deaths. Here's the third Fretland brother,
Ajá.
the one who died in the cave-in. Someone added the word for Banelson, probably quite recently.
What does that mean again?
Curse. That word is all over this book. Not just the men who died in the mine, but other deaths in the last 20 years.
Ruth's drawing and the sermon both mentioned a curse. What do you think it means?
I don't know.
Ah, sí, Edward.
There were surprisingly few births.
Perhaps they blame that on the curse as well.
Pasar la página. Ay, no, aquí va a estar el nombre de ella. Wow. Todos los que haya.
Ruth Elsa Fretland.
¿Dónde?
She was buried in the cemetery.
Arriba, Elsa
And the
Front.
next entry, Simon Fretland. Now this is interesting.
Simon is dead?
Sí.
Oh, that's dreadful.
Mord.
Drowned. The day after Ruth died. Probably no coincidence. See what's scribbled next to it?
Mord?
Murder.
Who killed him?
Asesinado.
Ruth's father? Or the mob that trashed the store?
It doesn't say. After the children, a half-dozen deaths in a single week.
Harut
The
Locker,
curse.
It's
Harold.
listed as the cause for every
Aparece en la
single
lista
death.
como
Maybe
la
there
causa de
really
todas
was a
las
curse.
muertes. Puede que hubiese una maldición de verdad. Esos son supersticiones primitivas, pero algo cambió tras lo de Ruth y Simon. Eso explicaría por qué no hay nadie cerca.
Edward, if it killed everyone, how's that
¿Cómo
not a
puede no
curse?
ser una maldición si mató a todo el mundo?
What does that word say? Next to those names at the bottom.
Forender,
For
forrader,
Traitor.
traidor. Harut, lo que... no sé. Ay, no, aquí voy a encontrar... What?
Edward? What's wrong?
The final entry. There's no name.
No hay ningún nombre.
Alice. What if...
Oh, Edward, no.
Betty.
It doesn't mean she's...
She's not dead. She can't be. I'd know.
Teddy.
I need to see the grave for myself. It's not Betty. Betty's still alive.
Sí, para correr.
Where are you going? Don't leave me!
Where is it? You'd better not be here, Betty.
¿Esta?
I'll never forgive you.
Joder.
This one. It's unmarked.
What are you doing? Have you gone completely mad?
Tranquila, tranquila.
Edward, stop it!
Estará Betty ahí, a ver, ¿no? Vamos a averiguar.
Thank God.
Gracias a Dios.
It's not Betty. It's not her.
Oh, Edward. What have you done?
It's not Elizabeth. I was so afraid.
You're a monster.
But I had to be sure.
What?
If Betty...
To hell with your Betty! When did she ever shed a tear for you?
Don't talk about my baby sister
Or
like
what?
that.
Or what, Edward? What will you do? Ignore us? Banish us? You've spent your entire
Te has pasado buscándolo toda la vida. ¿Cuándo vas a hacer algo útil con el tiempo que te queda?
Quiet! Just leave me be.
Fine.
Lissie? Alice?
Vieron que les dije que estaba
Don't
cucú.
leave me alone. Please. Come back. I need you. Lissie? Where are you?
Ay, no, este Edward está más chalado que...
Lissie?
¿Y ahora qué?
Come back to me. I was afraid you'd left me. Now listen to me. No!
¿Qué te hiciste?
Where are you?
Ah, ya está abajo, ¿ah?
Lissie.
Joder.
Don't leave me. Hey. Lissie, please listen to me. I didn't mean what I said.
Of course you meant it. Everything's always about Betty. Betty, Betty.
I care about you both.
Until it really matters. Then it's obvious who matters more.
I thought she was dead.
I wish she was!
Don't.
You deserve to be alone.
No me digas eso, que estoy más loco que una cabra. Lo bueno que hay cabras aquí para poder hablar con ellas.
Lissie? Where are you? Please, talk to me.
What's there to talk about?
You can't keep running away from me.
You think you own me? That you control me? That you get to decide how I feel and what I do every minute of every day? That I'm your puppet, your little plaything? Well, fuck you, Edward Charles Harden!
Ooh.
I never should have come here with you on this pointless chase!
Now, be reasonable. Lissie?
Joder.
Alice? What are you doing?
What I should have done years ago. Maybe now you'll learn to appreciate us.
Now
No,
listen.
no, 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 no.
Please, listen. Hear me out. Don't do this. You can't do this to me. I need you. I'm not whole without you. I can't lose you. I can't live without you. Don't, please.
No, 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 no.
What? No! Oh, Alice. What have you done? Please, be all right. Please, don't.
You make me sick,
What?
Edward. Your mother and father would be ashamed. Elizabeth would be ashamed. They did not think you deserved their love, so they abandoned you.
Don't.
Oh, my child. We
Joder.
are all that you have, and we love you. We are here. With us, you are never alone. Do not forget.
No, Never. I never forget. I am never alone.
Bueno, hasta aquí dejaremos este capítulo. Ya saben, si les ha gustado, pues denme un buen like. Compártanlo en sus redes sociales. Ya saben que el compartirlo pues es gratis. Y así ayudan a que siga creciendo su canal. No se les olvide darle suscribirse, denle en la campanita para que les avise de los videos que estamos subiendo. Y pues bueno, estamos aquí en el cual pues nos dimos cuenta de que Alice no, o sea, no es alguien físicamente, ¿no? Sino como ya lo veníamos viendo, que es algo que teníamos en la cabeza. Sin embargo, no sé el por qué. Es como que Edward tuviera a esta representación de una niña para proyectar su inseguridad ante alguna situación. Podría ser eso, o que en realidad sí está cucú, ¿no? Bueno, tenemos más indicios de que mi hermana Betty estuvo por aquí. Sin embargo, no hay manera de que logre concretar en sí si estuvo o no estuvo, o sea, si todavía está por aquí, ¿no? Estamos en búsqueda aquí en la iglesia. Sin embargo, encontramos alguna connotación de que había alguien recién enterrado, pero no supimos quién. Revisamos y pues no era ella, ¿no? Él diciendo gracias a Dios, pero ahí donde ese fue evento es donde se desata de que Alice no es una persona, es una imaginación mía. Bueno, hasta aquí lo dejaremos por hoy. Yo soy JD y nos veremos en el siguiente. Saludos.